welcome back, Mindsetters, to the last part of the show. Remember that this is the time that you guys can send in all your questions. And I know that you grade 10s are also writing exams now. And I know that probability will be in your exams. So maybe you want to clear up all the questions that you have on it. So when you get in there, you know that this is the section that you'll get 100% for. So I'm looking forward to seeing your questions. Over to you, Haley.
Absolutely, thanks, Katlego. It would be nice to hear your questions. But in the meantime, let's carry on with one of my questions. So, a study was done about the airing of a particular television program. Men and women took part in the survey. So what we have here is we have the table below shows the results of the survey. So we're looking at enjoyed the program, and we've got men, women, and our total. Did not enjoy the program, we've got men, women, and total, and we've got our totals. So we've got total men, there were 150 men, there were 100 women, and we have some blank spaces. So guess what the first question is? Complete the table by calculating the missing values. Now this is quite an important and easy part of probability. It is probability, but it is very simple. So let's get my purple, because I like my purple color, and let's complete the table. First of all, if we look at the people that enjoyed the program, I've got a total of 138 people that enjoyed, and I've got 63 men. So clearly the difference between the two is the woman. So 138, and let's get our calculator out. 138 minus 63 will give me the woman. So there were 75 women that enjoyed this program. So we fill in our number of 75. Who did not enjoy the program? Well, I can look at my men. If I had 150 men in total and 63 enjoyed, then how many didn't? And the difference between those two, 150 minus 63, and I get 87. 87 men did not enjoy the program. And then I can add these up to get my total of the men that were interviewed. I can add those two numbers up, or I can add them up and minus. So I can do it either way. So let's add this 87 and 37. So see how many men were interviewed. 87 plus 37. And our total of men is 124. So write that into my table, 124. And total number of people was 250. Now somewhere, those should add up. Somewhere there's a mistake. Can't work out where the mistake is. Okay, so there's a little mistake somewhere in our calculations. So we've got 150. I think there, aha, there's a mistake in the calculation. So let's just ignore the calculations. Let's not put in a total. Let's pretend. Okay, so there is a slight calculation, because if I add them up going down, they should add up to the same amount. And clearly 75 and 37 is not 100. So guessing that this number is wrong. So let's pretend we didn't see it. But guys, this is an important fact. If it does happen to you and you get something that appears to be incorrect, then just kind of hold on to it. And you can even make a note to the examiner, because it's possible. We tend to make mistakes, and we probably just mistakenly quoted that. Let's go to the next part of our question. It says, how many people were surveyed by the company? Well, in this case, we could do two different things, but let's add them up, and we've got our answer of 250. So it would be our number that we had calculated. Can't do that in yellow. There would be our number that we calculated here. So let's say it's 250. Okay, we're going to use that number in our calculations. And the next part of the question says, why do you think the company separated the answers from the males and the females? I love this kind of question. Why do you think? Why do you think they separated the males and the females?
Because they tend to watch different programs.
They tend to watch different programs, absolutely. But you know what's so wonderful is this type of question, is that your opinion can't be wrong. That's what I love about these questions. So you are guaranteed marks, because I can't say that what you've said is correct or incorrect. In fact, in my memo, when I give these kind of questions, I go, any valid answer, and a tick. But great. But normally what? Men and women do watch different programs. And in fact, we can see from our results what kind of survey we had, that lots more men did not enjoy the program than women. There's the next part of our question. What percentage of people surveyed enjoyed the program? Well, I'm going to say enjoyed the program. We're going to look at that total. So this is, again, like a probability. It is people that enjoyed the program out of the total possible people that were surveyed. And we're going to times that by 100. So on our calculator, we can do that. It's 138 people enjoyed the program, and we're going to divide that by 250 and get an answer times by 100, an answer to that, and we see that it was 55.2%. 55.2% enjoyed the program. Let's move on to the next part of the question. Okay, next part of our question was, what percentage of males did not enjoy the program? So we're going to find our males who did not enjoy the program. There was, how many males did not enjoy the program? I can't remember what that number was. It was 87. Do remember it now. So there was 87 males who did not enjoy the program out of the total possible. Now, we're looking at the percentage of males did not enjoy the program. So we're looking at the total of males. So we're going to be looking at our total of males, and that's 150. So remember, when you're reading the words percentage, we need to look of what are we looking at? Because they didn't ask us of the total people surveyed. They said the probability or the percentage of males. So we're going to say 87 out of 150, and let's do that as a fraction. 87 divided by 150, and we're going to times by 100. Oh yeah, 58% of males did not enjoy the program. And then I think our last part of this question is a person's preference for the program dependent on gender? Use relevant calculations to support your answer. Now, this is really important. When they ask you to compare like genders, like male and female, or compare something that's in a table, I want you to compare the same things. Now, we're dealing with different number of females and a different number of males. So we're going to take both down to percentage. So calculate the percentage of females that enjoyed the program, the percentage of males that enjoyed the program, and then compare those two values. I'm not going to do the calculations for you because I think that we're running out of time, but I'm telling you that that's what you can do. So I actually think rather than doing this, I'm going to move on to the next question.
Okay.
So, oops. Okay, we'll move back to the next question. Okay, question 5. So, sure, we got time to do this last question. A couple are planning to have 3 children. It is equally likely that each child is a boy or a girl. So what do we got? One favorable outcome, if we're looking at boys, favorable outcome is 1, because we can only have 1 boy at a time, and the possibilities are a boy and a girl, so it's 1 out of 2. So basically a 50% chance of either occurring. Complete a tree diagram showing the possible outcomes. So let's quickly do this tree diagram. So we start off with our first pregnancy, and we can have a boy or a girl. Second pregnancy, let's change our color. Second pregnancy, a boy or a girl. And remember, for each branch, you need to complete the tree. So a boy or a girl. And then our last pregnancy, we can have a boy or a girl. And we do that for each of our branches. And then we see that in total we have 8 possible outcomes, or 8 possible combinations of children. So let's quickly see if we've got time to answer our questions.
Yeah, sure you do.
So, use the tree diagram to write down all the possible outcomes for their children. So let's go back to our tree diagram and quickly start writing this. Now remember, I said colored pens, highlighters. Well, we've got boy, boy, boy. I'm not going to do them along. I'm going to just what color haven't I used here? We'll have to use green again. So I've got possibility of boy, boy, boy. Go back to the beginning. I've got boy, boy, and girl. And then boy, girl. I'm going to just do a few. Boy, girl, and boy. A boy, girl, and girl. Okay, well, there's not that many of them. Now we've got girl, boy, boy. Girl, boy, girl. And lastly, girl, girl, boy. And finally, 3 girls. So there's all our outcomes. So we've done that part of the question. Now let's read the next part of the question. So we've done the tree diagram, we've drawn our possible. What is the probability that the couple will have 3 boys? Well, if you remember correctly, there was only one possibility of having 3 boys. That was the first one that we drew. And there were a total of 8 outcomes. Favorable outcomes was 8. So it became 1 out of 8. And the next question says, what is the probability that the couple will have 1 daughter? So 1 daughter, let's go back to our calculations and see the 1 daughter. Right. And I'm going to take a different color and I'm going to highlight the ones that have got a daughter. So we've got a girl there, girl there, girl there. In fact, we've got a girl in all our combinations except, and probably having 1 daughter. Sorry, we're going to delete that one. Okay, we're looking for the ones where there's only 1 daughter, 1 girl. So we can count them. We've got 1,
And
2,
the second last one.
3 that we can delete.
Yeah,
That we can delete, that we can go back and delete, and we lost it now.
Oopsie.
Okay, so we had 3 out of 8. You'll have to believe me, there was 3 out of 8. And then the next question I think asks for at least. But guys, I'm going to leave you now. I just wanted to do a quick recap and then I'm going to hand you over to Katlego. Running out of time, so guys, practice probability is all I can say. It's your favorable outcome out of your total possible outcomes. And now I'm going to say goodbye, everyone, and I'm going to hand you to Katlego.
Thank you very much, Hailey. Thank you, grade 10s, for an awesome lesson. I know that you guys enjoyed all the little gadgets that we had today, which is very nice. Remember that you can still send in your questions because I know that you guys are writing exams, and so that you can practice, practice, practice. Remember to learn more, learn extra. Enjoy your evening. Goodbye, guys.